Let's kick things off with one of the most frustrating issues in the game right now, the chest spawn timer. Honestly, it's been a pain in the ass for a while, everyone's talking about it, and for good reason. Before the update we had a solid 45 minutes timer. You knew when the chest was gonna pop, sometimes it was looted before you got there, but at least you had the option to wait and grab it on the next spawn. Now it's completely random, and it makes zero sense, especially for an MMO sandbox. In pretty much every MMO, you get rewarded for completing a dungeon or activity, kill the mobs, clear the area, grab the loot and move on. But then you could be sitting at a shipwreck or Imperial station with your squad for an hour or more, just hoping it spawns. You're not even camping to kill people, you're just stuck in limbo, waiting, and after 40 minutes of doing nothing, you're so bored that any fight happens seems something worth taking, even if it's a 3v1 or a suicide push. Like, why can't we just have a proper PvE objective to earn that chest? And yeah, I get it, you want the chest to be a hotspot for PvP, but this ain't the way to do it. I've seen too many friends quit recently because they're tired of wasting hours doing nothing just to maybe get some loot. Here's my take, and I'm not saying it's perfect, but how about something like this? You clear the area, kill 30, 50, maybe even 60 mobs, then the chest activates just for your team. Boom, 2 hours cooldown, and you're locked out of the chest until the timer resets. That way, you earn the loot, nobody can spam or camp it endlessly, and it gives people a real reason to engage. Just an idea, I've seen other games do variations of this, but I'd love to hear your ideas too. Just make sure to drop it in the comment section. The next frustrating thing I want to bring up is the lack of actual new PvE content. Like, let's be real for a second, how many times do we have to run the same exact dungeon? The same fight, over and over again. The loops are dry, the rewards half the time they're not even worth it. Especially when you consider how long it takes to get a proper group together, travel there, fight off third-party PvP squads, and then maybe get a piece of gear that's either outdated or you already have 10 of. Imagine if we had world bosses that actually required coordination. Hey, there's a massive worm that spawns in deep desert every 3 hours, and people just started moving out, getting ready. PvP squads and PvE players all in the same place. That's content, that's an experience that gives everyone a reason to log in. And I get it, it's a balancing act. You can't throw out content every week, but the current system just doesn't hold enough weight. You log in, you run the same 2 dungeons, maybe go farm a few POIs and bounce, because what else is there? MMOs need sustainability, not just in resource but in reason. We need daily systems, objectives that evolve, faction missions, something with purpose. Right now it's just grind, hope for content, log out. Which brings me to one more thing that's making things even worse. The player base is thinning out, and I'm not trying to be dramatic, but the signs are there. Fewer fights, fewer full lobbies, less activity across the board, and this isn't because the game sucks, it's because the game has so much damn potential and it's not being used properly. The core gameplay is fire, the movement, the gunplay, the mechanics, it's fun when it works, but people aren't going to stick around for potential. They need consistency, they need reason to stay. I said it before and I will say it again, if you want people to stay, you gotta give them something to fight for, beyond just loot. Give us prestige, rewards, title, skins, anything, even little stuff like a badge or something just to flex. These kind of systems keep the game alive, because right now we're fighting for chest spawns, blueprint scraps, and 10 control points per 10 minutes. That's not a chief. That's not even good. And the other thing that I'm not happy about is PvP is cooked right now. It's not actually competitive, it's not balanced, it's not even immersive in some ways. It's a Marvel rival in a desert. Player flying around with suspensor builds, grappling and then flying with their suspensor build and then shooting missiles while they're in the sky. You can't even catch people anymore. You hit them once, she got flash, she got fly, and she's gone. That's PvP right now. You're not outplaying people, you're chasing them across the goddamn desert. And what really kills it is the energy system. It's a mess. It doesn't create tension or decision making. It just means people can abuse mobility and disengage forever. No punishment, no risk. They get up in the sky and then shoot rockets Even if they're in their choppers or they're flying, it doesn't matter because missiles and rockets are still in the game. While you're stuck on foot, praying your shield doesn't flicker off mid-fight while you're trying to shoot them, last gun them or whatever, and when it does, you eat one of the blasts from the ornithopter and you're toast. That's not a skill. Seriously, that's not a strategy. That's really cheap. That's really not good. You thought rockets were fixed? No. I mean, rockets are still the king of PvP. Whether it's ornithopter in the sky or people just shooting you with their handheld rocket launcher. It's the same meta we had weeks ago. I made a whole video on this a month back, and guess what? Same things happened yesterday. Same damn situation. Same imbalance, no counterplay. 20% of fights on my server are still rocket spam from flying ornithopters. Friends on the other server, same story. People are tired of it. We're fighting the same battles against the same cheese with no real shift in gameplay. We need real reasons to go out there and fight, not just control points that give you like 10 tokens every 10 minutes. Give us airdrops with high stakes loot drops like Tarkov style PvP pressure. Camp POIs with elite NPCs and objectives. More vehicles. Right now only Scout Ornithopter are the thing that people use in combats. Why even bother with other vehicles? Like what's the use for buggy besides farming? Right now no one is using anything else because the game gives us no reason to. Deep Desert is just not designed for using any other vehicle. And the other thing is, if you're not into PvP, then what? There's barely any high skill PvE, no dungeon rotations, no new mobs, no actual incentive to run anything beside Imperial stations for farming XP or waiting to get ganked by PvP players. So here's the truth, if you want players, both PvE and PvP, to stick around, you need to give us a reason to log in every day, a reason to explore, to fight, to grind, to trade, to win. Right now it's PvPers fighting the same meta in the same place with no risk or variety. PvE players with no scaling content or diversity, a broken economy, a mobility system that rewards running, not fighting, and rockets still everywhere. The game's foundation is there, but we need systems, we need tweaks, we need supports. Because right now, PvP feels like Marvel Snap, PvE feels like Desert Waiting Room Simulator. And the last thing I want to talk about is the glitches and bugs, which yeah, they're still in the game, especially the climbing system. Dude, please fix that. It's honestly super frustrating when you're trying to climb something and you just keep rubber banding. You try to get up and you can't. You just slide, bounce, or glitch right back down. It's enough to ruin the flow of a good fight, and bugs like that, they kill games over time. But even worse than that are the desync issue and shots not registering. It's not just me saying this, it's my friends, enemies, randoms in Discords, everyone is dealing with it. Doesn't matter if your ping is better or worse, the problem's there across the board. You outplay someone, right? You land a clean disruptor shot, drop their shield, then you hit them with a couple shots from your repeater and nothing. They don't die, not because you missed, but because the game just didn't register it. That kind of stuff, that's heartbreaking in PvP. It kills the hype. It makes you not want to fight anymore. It was even worse during our fights yesterday for a control point. Big area, more people, and everyone just flying around trying to escape. Add in all that desync, just turns into chaos and not the good kind. So yeah, please fix this stuff, because if you do, this game's gonna last way longer. And trust me, we love this game. We want it to thrive. The foundation is there and the potential is massive, but we need those fixes, alright? To be honest, there's actually even more stuff I wanted to talk about, but honestly I think I said enough for now. If any of these resonated with you, or if you've got your own issues, ideas, or frustrations, drop them in the comment, let's talk about it. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video or want more people and maybe even the devs to hear this, leave a like, it really helps the algorithm to push it. Subscribe if you're new around here. Thanks for watching, see you guys on the next one, much love, and as always, peace out.